One of the most interesting aspects of the interaction with the Jews and the Greeks in the early Second Temple period was that this was a radically new experience for the Jewish people. First Temple period, all the different civilizations, nations, and empires that the Jewish people dealt with were Middle Eastern. If you read the Bible in the book of Kings or before, you see the Jewish people are dealing with Egypt in the south and the Assyrian, the Babylonian, the Persian empires in the north. But Greece is really the first interaction with a totally different culture. In terms of genetically, linguistically, culturally, so different from anything else the Jewish people had ever come across. When we interacted with the Assyrian Empire, the Babylonian Empire, remember, Abraham, he was basically an Iraqi. Similar language, similar culture. This was really meeting a group of people who were so incredibly different. And not just different for the sake of being different, but there were so many aspects of Greek culture that the Jewish people found fascinating. The Greeks had this beautiful language, ancient Greek, which was considered the most beautiful of all languages, even in Jewish sources. This culture of philosophy, of art, of architecture, of beauty. A truly cerebral culture which was able to synthesize both ideas and beauty together and create a fascinating culture that was really, really unlike anything else the Jewish people had ever experienced in history. And we see that unlike the Jewish people's interaction with earlier cultures, there was genuinely an attraction towards Greek culture. This was a world culture, something very different, something beautiful, and something very, very positive. And through this interaction, we see a new kind of challenge the Jewish people have to face. Not just the notion of dealing with a foreigner who is occupying our country, but dealing with a foreigner whose culture is actually considered attractive. And for a segment of Jewish society, we'll see that attractiveness will even outweigh the connection to Judaism. And especially in the upper class Jewish population, there'll be a number of Jews who will be drawn out of Judaism and towards Greek culture and become what's called Hellenized and actually move towards Greek culture. And as we'll see in the story of Hanukkah, these will be the people that will largely instigate what will lead to that first religious ideological war, which will be known as the Hanukkah story and the revolt against the Greek rule in the land of Israel.